Hey guys, this is the AFTERSHOW for our own host club.
Maybe you're my love.
Maybe you're not.
Oh.
I wish I
pick
was
flower petals to find that out, like a bossa nova.
Yeah.
I love that nickname.
That was actually a pretty good episode, you know.
Those were 2 episodes, which I was glad about.
Yeah, that was
because it ended where he was like Haruhi, and then it found out Haruhi's a girl, and he died. But it was funny though. I loved it. I loved how he was like, when he whipped out the Sharpie, he was like, "Oh, I'll protect Haruhi's secret." I'm like, "Why don't you write it over your entire arm?" He played a lot of kick the can. I'm like, why don't you play actual soccer? Because that's like a game with like rules. Because kick the can is so literal. It's like, where's the fun?
Well, you know, he grew up in a sheltered household, and no one liked him because he had a very mean look.
He will grow up in no households and they know how to play soccer. It's like,
alright, man, don't you bring up homeless people in this?
His Enemy is a silly little anime. I think it was pretty good. I think everyone should watch it. If you are watching this, and you should be watching this after you see the anime first, and you didn't get around to the manga, I'd recommend it strongly, because some people say that the manga has quite a lot of chapters beyond the ending of the anime, and you get to see the real ending.
Yeah, so...
And we both don't know it yet, so don't spoil it for us.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to go on a limb here into Tamaki is probably going to end up with Haruhi.
What if the final chapter is a doujin with both twins double-teaming Haruhi?
Alright. You know, I just said that, right?
We've said worse.
Alright, I guess we'll say, so... Probably, like, my least favorite member of the host club was probably the twins. I kind of thought they were kind of whatever for the most part.
One of them was just way more bitchy than the other.
Yeah,
in the one episode, and it was Hikaru, because then Kaoru was like, "Well,
why are you doing this, dude?"
Because then Kaoru had to pretend to be sick. And
like
whatever.
he had like
it was actually really upset me when the twins flashed back to middle school and he pulled the prank where they're like, "You want to date either one of us?" And she was like, "Okay," and then they were like, "Psych, you're a bad person," and they did that twice, and I'm like, "Can you stop harassing young women?"
Yeah, I guess it was to show like they had the most character development out of everyone, but it was like they were kind of like, I don't know. They were okay. But I just thought everyone else was, like, better than them. Even, like Honey Senpai was probably, like, the second worst. But even him, it's, like, hard to hate him.
Yeah, he did have good backstory. I see the one that was almost completely devoid of any backstory. And I feel like Mori was what I'm thinking of, but did he even have his own true individual episode? Yeah,
he had, like, his, like, the Bossa Nova episode was kind of his in a way, too.
A little bit.
And there were a couple episodes where he did focus a bit more on him, but yeah, he definitely...
Yeah, I would say hands down he had the least development, because even with Honey Senpai, they still have the whole arc where he was trying to be a manly man, but like they only mentioned that Mori has his family ties with the Hani no Zukas.
Yeah.
They really did not explain it.
Yeah, I think...
Like Mori doesn't have a backstory where he's like, this is why I'm cool and cold and calculated or anything. He's just like...
I actually think, when I was reading the volume summaries for the manga, I actually think there were some chapters that they didn't do early on. I think one of them was like a Mori focused one about like his family or something. So I think if you were to read the manga, you'll see more about my boy Mori.
It's code word for manga.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool. It was funny when I was listening to the dub, because it's been a while since I've rewatched it. This is my first time rewatching it actually. And it was funny because I didn't know how many FMA guys were in this show. So I remember when I heard Mori talk for the first time, I was like, wait a minute.
Mustang? Yeah.
What are you doing here?
The voice acting cast is so great. Really, like, one of the best. Yeah. I didn't expect that. I don't know what I expected at all. I don't think I expected anything. And I actually, legit, didn't know Kiss Kiss Fall in Love was from this anime. Like, even when I went to go put it on the list because it was popular, I'm like, let's watch Ouran. Everyone on the internet says it's just a popular, like a cult classic type of anime. And I've heard the Kisses Song in Love thing, Fall in Love song, in like other places, like people like post vines where it's like, hey, I'm a weebadoo, and they'll play that song as like a part of a punchline or whatever. I'm just saying whatever, it's Vine stuff. But then I'm like, wait a minute, that's from this anime. So it makes sense now. The song is kind of a meme. The anime is like a cult classic, Lucky Star type popular anime. So I was like, oh, I finally know. But I seriously love Kiss Kiss Fall in Love. Like, I ended up listening to the whole song every time I started an episode, and I was like, it's so good. In English too, I love it in English. In Japanese, I did like it less. Probably because I liked it. I listened to it in English first. Yeah. Then I understood it. So when I listen to Japanese, I'm like, oh, it's like the same song but with less words I know about. But seriously, amazing they did a good cover dub. Like, I don't think any other anime does cover dubs, because Pokemon technically doesn't do covers. Like the I Want to Be the Best. That's an original song. The original Japanese theme song is like literally nothing like it. The words and meaning aren't the same. They just made up a new song. So for them to actually cover it in a language and translate it is really impressive.
Yeah, I think it kind of shows like where anime was back then, in a sense where to sort of get more people into the medium, they had to like make everything English. And I think that's why some of the mid-2000 animes even like earlier shows like the 90s will have English covered openings, like Yu Yu Hakusho, for example. The opening is in Japanese, but there's also the English version, which everyone loves because it's like the best. So it's interesting, like seeing kind of as anime gets more popular, you're not seeing no one translate really the openings to English anymore because I guess in a way there's really no need, especially because you're seeing more Japanese people do have English openings just sung by themselves.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a little interesting. But I agree with Nate with the whole cast thing. Like I said, rewatching it, when I watched it the first time, I didn't watch FMA, so the connection didn't occur to me. But having just rewatched FMA Brotherhood like a couple months ago, and then seeing this show, I was like, whoa, this guy's a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it was a pretty good anime for me to watch being like around my 33rd or so anime, because now that I've seen a lot more anime with all this whole cast, then I appreciate it more, because I'm like, yeah, I recognize every single voice here, for the most part. We are going to do Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid next.
I'm watching the show right now, and I really love it.
Catch up.
I'm so glad we're doing a Kyoto Annie show.
When was the last one?
We never did one.
We never did a Kyoto Anime.
No, that's why
show?
I'm sad, and that's why I'm so happy we're doing one, because
wow, it's a long time overdue.
The animation is so good.
Legit, man.
I can't wait to just gush over animation.
I gotta still watch Sound Euphonium Season 2 and put that on the back burner.
Oh, that show is fantastic.
Yep, you're right.
Oh, man. God, I love Kyoto Annie so much. They're my favorite animation studio, fun fact.
Oh, also in the review script, I took out a part where Molest was like, I wish I could love Tamaki in real life. And I'm like, yeah, change that. But no, we both love Tamaki, man. We were gay for Tamaki. # gay for Tamaki. He's such a beautiful, handsome boy. He's so retarded, though.
He definitely is.
He's endearing, is what he is.
Yeah, so
he's good for comedic.
I'll give you the only thing we can kind of discuss, like, some problems some people have with, like, reverse harem comedy shows in general is the fact that, like, the last 2 episodes are generally going to be a tonal shift. You see this in this show where it becomes a lot more serious, more dramatic.
And this, again, we didn't even get to see the true ending, so it's like, man, there's like even more stuff after the dramatic ending that, you know, you gotta read the manga to find out how it actually goes down.
It kind of ends in a solid way in a sense of, this is going to continue, but
really sad they never did.
You can't, like, I guess they could have done like an anime original ending where it's like, here's Haruki and Tamaki Wicked or something, you know?
Ooh, I don't want that.
Alright. We'll probably see that in the manga.
You know what? We'll see about that.
Or we'll see like Tamaki reunited with his mama.
Ooh, I would like that. In Paris.
It'd be pretty interesting to see if this show gets a second season. It probably won't.
Well, I mean, anything's possible.
Yeah, I think you would have to get... Yeah, like, I guess it just isn't popular in Japan anymore, so that's why there really isn't interest in it. So, unless, like... Because there are some second seasons you will see for anime from, like, old studios where... A lot of the former workers will leave that studio and form their own just to make the second season.
I think Fully Cooley is the only anime I've seen finally make a second season after a very long break. Because, like, I'm trying to think what came out after, like, a good break. I think of The Centric Family, but that was only about 4 years since it aired in 2013. Yeah. So not the biggest jump. But it's Fully Cooley, it's like, wow, it's been how many years since
Fully Cooley definitely is a exception to the rule.
I will cry if Panty and Socken gets a season 2, because it does need it. But Gainax was like... We don't love you. It's not even a manga too. It's an original anime, which is kind of rare sometimes. It's not adapted from anything. So I'm just like, make more story, please. I'm dying for it. That's a totally different story entirely. Anyway, if Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is currently airing as we upload this, I believe as well.
Yeah, the thing is,
as we upload this, it's probably really close to ending. We're gonna do the review like super fresh, like right the day after the final episode airs. We're gonna write that review, and we're gonna try to get it real quick. Alright, so we'll catch you guys later with our next review and discussion.